Welcome to today's collective reading. It is very clear that the collective tuning in for today's reading, you guys, you have really leveled up. You've made some decisions and you've made some choices and you have chosen to turn within, to know yourself, to understand your connection to the divine, to source. You've chosen to heal your shame and to honor your sensitivities. Being sensitive is a strength. To choose to remain open and receptive in a world that teaches you it is weakness, and you have every reason to become cold and bitter. Instead, you choose to see the good in people still, to still offer them the opportunity to embrace the good in them. That takes strength, and there is no shame in that. You desire to feel good, and you desire others to feel good as well. And you know that it's not on you to convince anyone of anything, that it's their path. So you walk your path. You stay in your lane. And you know that when you encounter people, that there's something there for them to learn and for you to learn. But you choose how you view it. They don't choose how you view it. This has brought in a karmic board clearing for you. You get to rewrite your story. You may have been given a narrative of your life that never really felt right. Like you were always given possibly what you perceived to be somehow the short end of the stick, or you were always given the lesser, and you didn't understand why, because you know you're a good person, and that you were always giving to the good in others, and you were choosing good for yourself. You didn't understand. The Atlas reading that I did for the Masculine Collective is coming through very strongly here. So that reading may definitely have some pearls of wisdom in it for you, some synchronicities. Because you have made it to this point on your journey, making your decisions, choosing the path that you desired to walk, to bring in the life that you desire to live. You're being trusted with more information now about you, by you, all of you. And that includes the divine within every timeline version of you that you get to interact with and know. The energy is shifting within you, and thus it is shifting outside of you. You are connecting with the heart of source, the love in source, because your heart chakra, it's not just open, it's a star. It's filled with that heart of source. The divine's love and light is shining out of your heart chakra in such a way because you have demonstrated that you can hold that level of frequency within you. Very clearly, I'm getting that, the divine feels that you have represented well, that you have remained humble. There's a sense of proud here from your ancestors as well, definitely present within source, but it's not quite the same as it would be coming from the ancestors, because source is all. Divine is all. There's not necessarily an ego in that. As I have said to those that, you've watched my readings before, it's something we don't have a language for, but we try. We try through music and art and dance. So you have called back your power, and you're starting to think not just of your future in this life, but of the ripple effect of the future beyond this life, to that of your children, your grandchildren, the generations that follow. And when you reincarnate, if you don't believe reincarnation, that's fine, but reincarnation is definitely an aspect here, that you're creating the future life that you'll get to live, and you're aware of that. So we have some synchronicities here. We have the Arcturian light codes and the Anunnaki light codes. That resonates with you, as well as the Pleiadians. There's a celebration. There's a resolution. There's a coming together. There's a unity. There's a... It's a party, if you will. It's not like a party like we know it here. It's like all the lights, all the different colors of light are coming together, because in this karmic board clearing, you're an incredible channel. And it's not just you that's channeling, it's the other timeline versions of you that you're connecting to, all of you. Like, you are now a part of that. You've chosen that timeline for yourself. And you're channeling that source, the love of source. You're helping others by showing them the way to do so, yes, by modeling it, but also you are transmuting so much for so many other souls in your soul tribe that were born around the same time, and you're maybe even like bringing in a new soul tribe. You're adopting new family. If they choose the path, they choose the path. You know, if they're willing to open to the heart of source, then all right, let's do this, right? Like, the more the merrier, kind of the more lights that come together, the more included, the merrier. Secrets are going to be something that you're going to unlock. You're not going to know how you know these things. You're not going to know how you necessarily have these abilities. Very clearly, claircognizant. So, thoughts, telepathy, spending time with be willing to radically transform. These will shift things that you know about yourself that have always been there your whole life, but you never really had an explanation for why. Nobody else seemed to perceive or think about life or others, or see things that you did in dynamics. It's not necessarily just going to be about spiritual energetic aspects. It's definitely going to have very physical, grounded, salt of the earth examples in your life that you never quite understood why you were aware and others weren't. They're going to start to make sense to you, and that's because that was an ability that was on the other side of this experience that you're now going to be able to learn or unlock and be somewhat of a master, because you're interacting with all of you. A part of you is already a master of this. So if it comes into play that you need to use this in your life, it's already being handled. Oh, wow. I did not want me to say that. That part of you is already going to know what to do. Because you're connected to Heart of Source, there's no reason to doubt that a way will be made if you are willing to walk the path. For the receptive energy that came through, it's not just questions, it's affirmations for you to own. It's acknowledgments that you have put in the hard work, and that there has been a lot of hard work and a lot of attention to detail by those that you've been co-creating with. Very clearly, there is going to be somewhat of a partner in this, and you maybe haven't even met them yet. They could also be like a passed over loved one that is looking to help make sure that the way is made for you, your ancestors. These are souls that are very close to you, that you do live with in your life, in your physical life. You live very close to them. They and you have been paying great attention to detail and almost not wanting to allow any other energy to manage it because they were so protective of it. So protective of it. So it's an asking of you to show gratitude, express gratitude to yourself, to Source, to your ancestors, to these souls, to say thank you. Because the next one, this happy future that you get to give to the next generations, it is locked in. It's divinely guided. It's part of your path now. It is inevitable. I mean, yes, you can always use free will, but at this point, why? Why? Why would you deny that? There may be the next placement for Are You Receptive, as well as some bit of an acknowledgement. There is a bit of resistance. There's a part of you that's still kind of like, wait, what, is this real? There is going to be an outside energy. And yeah, they may be part of this soul tribe. They may be completely just like in passing. They may not be meant to remain in your life. But they will affirm you. They will validate that what you're experiencing is real. So you won't be like, wait, what? No, this is just in my mind. You won't have to be dealing with that. The other question, because that was the affirmation, the question is, are you ready to not be on the outside looking in, wondering and not understanding? Are you ready to move beyond that? Are you ready to experience a life that does feel right? Because you have cleared the board karmically. Are you ready to live a life that makes sense to you? Because you are a good person, because you choose light, because you choose to see the good in other people. And when you have the opportunity to go dark, you don't. You choose light. You choose to love yourself. You choose the best possible experience that you can. You choose not to give up on hope. Are you ready to have that level of loyalty and love and affirmation and strength reflected in your life back to you, where you're going to have hope, light choosing you, love choosing you? Instead of getting the short end of the stick, you're going to be getting, it's like winning the lottery of karma. Are you ready for this? Are you good with this? Because this is locked in as well. This is major arcana as well. The divine has been like, yep, I agree with that. Let's do that. Because you get to choose to walk through that door. So it's assured, so it's affirmed. The question is, are you going to walk through that door? When the opportunity presents itself, are you going to take it? I mean, definitely you're going to want to make sure that it checks out with your intuition. That claircognizant, you're going to want to listen to the guidance coming to you, but you'll know when it's right because it'll let you know. And are you going to embrace it? In the assertive energy, this is a little more condensed. So you freed yourself from that bound you. There's also an energy here for some of you in the collective, which could be, the other side of this, the mirroring within the soul tribe and those that are close to you. They didn't realize that they were the ones that were bound. So we have Eight of Swords here. They didn't realize that they were the ones that were bound. They thought you were. It's actually them. So you freed yourself, and now they're realizing that they're bound. So that is now something that's brought to light. Now they can do something with it. because you are the Queen of Cups and you are the Empress. And because they could not see this, they couldn't act towards it. They couldn't take a leap of faith towards it because they were waiting for you to do that. So assertively, in your masculine energy, the assertive energy, it's realizing that there's no separation within this, right? Like you have assertive and receptive energy. This applies to you within yourself. So where have you not realized that you've been bound? That you're now realizing that you are bound and that you have everything within you to be able to free yourself. And because you know this to be true, you can take that leap of faith, knowing that this is something that is happening outside of you as well. And this is happening in those individuals that are incarnated right now, that are meant to be close to you in your life. Yes, in the receptive energy, there is also a concept of passed over, of ancestor. There may be some of that there, but it's more to facilitate, to aid, to support this awareness, to put that fool from the inverted into the upright. Because you are going to have the opportunity to have a romantic life. You're not going to be stuck in, Five of Pentacles. And you do have King of Cups here in the upright. This is something that goes into great depth, as I believe that the Adonis reading for the masculine collective deep dives into the King of Cups energy. So it might be worthwhile for you to listen to that and see if there's any synchronicities in there for you to really be able to go, yes, this is my reading. Yes, this makes sense. And it might help ask some questions or bring some things to light that can bring some healing, some understanding, some unlocking of those secrets or those treasures within you. Because you're a leader. There are people that are looking to you in this. There are individuals and souls that are learning so much from how you're moving through this in your life. And you have been adapting at every stage. You continually choose the light, and the light supports you in that adaptation. At this time, you are going to be receiving so much knowledge and awareness and connection, and things are going to start making sense. Going to start making so much sense, and not just in, like 5D, 11D, 10D, like all of the above the 3 or the 4D. Because we're somewhatly living right now between 3D and 5D in our physical lives, but this will definitely be the anchoring into your 3D. To have this much coming through, you're going to be experiencing this manifesting in your 3D. If not immediately, or an affirmation that it's already occurred, it will begin to happen as you choose to remain in this balanced, loving strength found within receptivity of your sensitivities, knowing that by acting to protect that sensitivity, that receptivity, that you're affirming who you are. You're affirming your right to feel good. And be happy to hold that energy in your heart chakra of the heart of Source. Yeah. I am very, very honored to do this reading for you guys. To be a channel for this much love. Very honored to have co-created this reading with you. The divine within me honors the divine within you. Namaste.